Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Sarsfield-Ryan and I'm your Vice President for Education in IADT Students' Union, and I'm here today with Suzanne Kiley, who is one of the nurses in our health centre, just to answer some frequently asked questions that some of you have sent in, all about the health centre and what to expect. So Suzanne, first of all, who can access the Student Health Centre?
Hi Rachel, and thanks a million for inviting me here today to speak about our lovely health centre. Anyone who is registered with IADT as a student, either full-time or part-time, undergraduate or postgraduate, are more than welcome to come in to see us in the health centre.
Fabulous. And where are you located?
So we're very easy to find. You come into the atrium building and we're located directly opposite the student restaurant or canteen. A big pink wall with white letters on it saying health. So you can't miss us.
Fab. And are you open during the summer?
Well, we are open well after the summer exams, but we close for approximately 2 months, usually halfway through June into halfway through August. But if you did require GP backup during that time, we will leave details on our webpage on the IADT website so that you can follow those if you do need to get some medical assistance.
Great. And where is the GP located when somebody has to see the GP off campus?
So our current GP is Generation Health, a lovely team down in Monkstown, and they're located in the Crescent in Monkstown, and it is a really nice, friendly, open, large, modern surgery. They're very well used to looking after IADT students, so you'll find a very warm welcome and a very professional service there.
Fantastic. What type of issues do you normally deal with in the health centre?
So we really deal with student orientated issues. So that would include, but not exclusively, sexual health, mental health, but we always provide full range of medical care, full physical medical care as well. So you can come into us with an ingrown toenail to a broken down relationship that has just happened to you and everything else in between.
Fantastic. And how much does it cost?
So it's very reasonably priced and it is subsidised through your registration with the college. So each time you see the nurse, it's free of charge. Each time you see the GP, it is just €10. Even if you do have a difficulty paying the €10, we can come to some arrangement around that.
That's great to know. And how can I get a free STI screening, and will my parents find out if I get tested or if I get test positive?
Okay, that's a great question. We are really keen to test students if they so wish. All they need to do is to come into us to state the fact that they would like an STI screen for whatever reason. It could be routine and you've never had one done before, or it may be that you've had a risky encounter with another person and you want to get tested directly after a specific event. So either way, we're really happy that you would come in and use the service for that reason. And I often say to students, you know, while you're in college, get your STI screens done, because the minute you leave college, you will never find the €100 or the €120 or whatever it costs outside to get it done. So use us while you're here, and we're very happy to help.
Fantastic. And just to answer the second half, will somebody's parents find out if they get tested or if they test positive?
Thanks for reminding me, Rachel. Absolutely not. Once you reach 18, you are absolutely entitled to go to a doctor for any reason, and you will be treated as a full adult, as you should be. And that information is extremely private, extremely confidential. In fact, the system that we use within the health centre is exclusive to the health centre. It is not accessed by any other member of staff in the college. They're unable to do so. It's all fully encrypted and password protected, etc. So have no worries. We certainly won't be contacting parents, unless you as a student asked us to.
That's great to know. Can students use the IDT GP as their full-time GP?
In actual fact, they can. Now, we don't recommend people to take on the GP in Monkstown Generation Health as their full GP if they're from, we'll say, outside of Dublin, and they're going to go back to wherever they come from for the summer months. That wouldn't make sense. So if you have a local GP and you're outside of Dublin, I would suggest leaving yourself registered with that GP, but using us then for the academic year while you're here. If you're living in Dublin and you feel you're not going to be moving out of Dublin, you can have the resident GP here as your full-time GP. Yes, I must say though, that during the summer months, so that would be from mid-May to the end of August, it won't be at a charge of €10 with the GP in Generation Health. For the summer months, while you're not engaged as a student in the college, it will revert back to the normal cost of, at the moment, it's €60.
Okay. Is there a method of registering online with the health centre?
There is indeed. You just go to IADT website, go to Student Health, and there's a link there that will direct you straight through to the registration form. And we really would say to you that you do need to register before we see you. It would be impossible to see you without that being done, but it only takes a few minutes. And as I said before, the information is very confidential.
Perfect. Should I inform the health centre of a chronic illness that I have?
Yeah, Rachel, that's a really good idea if we do that, or if you do that as a student. So I would be thinking along the lines of somebody perhaps with type 1 diabetes who may have a hypo attack while they're on campus and within the college grounds. So if we know about that student in advance and we're called as an emergency to come to see that student wherever they are in the campus, then at least we have some forewarning around that. And that's always very helpful. Also, people who have, say, for example, asthma, so they could get an acute attack while in college. And we have a nebulizer here in the health centre, and we can administer medication via the nebulizer for that asthmatic attack and really get on top of it for them. Equally, things like allergic reactions. So if you are an emergency pen carrier, so Anapen, EpiPen, any of those, due to whatever allergy that may be, usually nuts or various foods, then we would like to know about it as well. We do carry the emergency pens in the health centre also, so we are ready and able to go out and treat an anaphylactic reaction on campus. So yes, any of those chronic illnesses that might pose a problem while on campus, it's very helpful for us to know about these in advance. And if there's a specific medication that you might require, that would be administered to you while you're on campus, that's not a problem either. So say, for example, you were ordered vitamin B12 shots by your GP on a weekly basis or fortnightly basis for a period of time, we can administer those shots to you. So we're open to any and all suggestions.
That's great to know. If somebody has a question that doesn't really fully relate to health, but they don't know where to go, can they come and ask for advice?
Absolutely, Rachel. And that's one of our key areas is signposting. So you come in, as Rachel said, it may not be to do with your health, but we know the student services, we know how the college operates. So we can chat with you, we can tease out what your issues are and point you in the right direction, because there are many supports in place, like a vast array of supports, and it's important to be directed towards the correct support, and we will certainly help you to do that.
It's great to know. Can students come to the health centre for travel vaccines?
We're hoping to introduce that, Rachel. At the moment, we're not doing it. That's of June. Today is the first day of June 2021, but we are hoping to introduce that. So we will update the website when that happens. At the moment now, as I say, we offer it, but there is an added cost to that.
Can students get the morning after pill at the health centre?
We don't have it in stock in the health centre at the moment. However, there is a pharmacy within a 5-minute walk of the college, and we would direct you down there, and you can walk in without any prescription and receive the morning after pill in any pharmacy throughout the country. So in the past, it used to be limited to 72 hours post unprotected sexual intercourse, but now it's extended to 5 days after an episode of unprotected sex. So you have plenty of time to get yourself to a pharmacy. You will have to pay for it, unfortunately, but it is worthwhile, and it is all around trying to avoid a crisis pregnancy. That's the main issue. And as I said, your time limit now has been extended right out to 5 days. So get yourself to your local pharmacy as soon as you feel you need to avail of this service.
Can students get PrEP at the Student Health Centre?
We can certainly arrange for PrEP to be dispensed, and PrEP is it's a pill that is almost 100% effective at preventing HIV negative people from getting HIV. So it's really worthwhile. So that would be for somebody who might be embarking on a relationship, perhaps with a known HIV person, and they would be counselled, and we would again signpost them to the right place in order to get it. So your journey, I suppose, on getting PrEP would start here, and we will arrange that for you, certainly.
That's great to know. And finally, do you provide pregnancy testing on campus?
We do, absolutely. Come in, do not hesitate. Don't be embarrassed. We're very comfortable doing it. We've done it many, many times. And yes, we're here. It's easy, and don't hesitate.
That's great to know. And then just to add on, how can students get in contact with the health centre?
So we have a telephone line, which is 012394760, and we have an email address, which is studenthealth@iadt.ie, or just knock on the door and ask to see one of us. By all means, use any of those methods.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for answering these questions for everyone today, and we hope your questions have been answered, and if not, you know exactly where to find the nurses, Suzanne and Joan. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Goodbye.